Hi, my name is Tilly and welcome to Tarot with Tilly, and today we are going to be looking at the lunar eclipse that is happening on September the 27th or the 28th, depending on where you live in the world, 2015. Now, there's a couple of amazing things about this lunar eclipse, and the number 4 keeps coming up. So I find this particularly intriguing. It is 4 degrees Aries. It is the fourth of 4 eclipses that have been happening since April of 2014. It is, what else with 4? Fourth lunar eclipse out of 4. It is 4 degrees Aries. Oh, it's 4 days after the equinox. So we would have to assume then that it has a lot to do with our grounding ourselves, our building secure foundations for ourselves, bringing in balance in our life, security in our life, structure in our life. Just by the amount of 4s that are in relation to this eclipse. Now, did we get any 4s? We didn't even get any 4s in our cards. Oh yeah, 4 of Cups. It ends with the 4 of Cups, actually, our reading. So we start with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a very strong card. And the Wheel of Fortune, being a strong card, it says that everybody is going to feel this energy. Everybody is going to feel it intensely. Now, some more intense than others. They say if you have planets in your natal chart at either Aries or Libra, I think it's like 2 to 7 degrees or something, because it's at 4 degrees, that those planets will be affected as well. So check with your astrologers, make sure that what I'm telling you is right, because it could be a little bit wider of a gap or smaller of a gap. I don't want to mislead you. I'm a tarot card reader. I'm not an astrologer. But this is very much about closing doors and opening up new doors, and allowing new doors to open and allowing doors to close, and seeing where those doors need to close in our life. Okay, now we know that it is Aries and Libra, so Libra is all about relationships, and I don't think that we can minimize it to a love relationship or a marriage partner or somebody that you live with or somebody that you are in love with. It could be every relationship, I would think. So it's how you treat your next door neighbor and how they treat you. It is at work, it's within the community, it's within the home, it's within the family, the extended family. And it's understanding how relationships play a part of our life. And what part of the relationship do we play? Is there value? Is it a person that we've just been tolerating? Or have they just been tolerating us? Now, I think it has a lot to do with balance. A lot to do with our balance and what we've tolerated in our lives, what we've allowed in our lives. Bringing things into balance, and mainly it's our balance. And I've been talking a lot lately about, splitting your life up in kind of a pie format. And maybe you even want to make lists here of pros and cons, or where you are strong and where you are empowered and where you feel weak or distracted or you don't put much emphasis or focus on it. So it's, work is one, spirituality is another, health and well-being, and relationships and love. And you really need to bring your life as much into balance as possible. And so we are going to be called upon to, well, I mean, this is going to be powerful energy. This is going to be emotional energy, I would think. because we're dealing with our feelings and other people's feelings. We're dealing with the structure of our relationships, our friendships, our associations within people, our partnerships. So I think we are going to see on one side of the coin where there is a lot of beauty in our life, where there is a lot of acceptance in our life, where people hold us up and make us stronger and empower us and make us laugh and make us feel loved. And we're also going to see where people are almost in a sense wasting our time, or they're negative, or they're pulling us down, or they're not being very supportive. And I think we are going to make some valid evaluations about who needs to go forward with us and who doesn't. Now, we have the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. I think the Page of Swords was in the solar eclipse, if I'm not mistaken. And I talked about the knee jerk. And at that time, I think I talked a little bit about, getting rid of the clutter. And I don't see anything. I usually warn when she comes up. When it is the Page of Swords, I warn you about her energy because she is the knee jerk of the deck. She just wants to do something to get some kind of action going forward, something moving, some kind of motivation. And she's a page, so she doesn't think very far into the future of what her action causes, because for every action there is a reaction. And so I warn you usually against her energy and tell you to watch out for her, but there are very positive ways that you can use her energy. I think before we were looking at our surroundings in our life and cleaning up the clutter and getting more organized in our life, but I think in this one, we might want to watch our tone with people. We don't want to break out in some sort of temper tantrum, or if we've been bottling feelings up, if we've been being tolerant of things that maybe we shouldn't have been tolerant about, or accepting of things that it goes against our moral values or our standards, this could cause explosions. I think this is powerful and this is emotional energy. So be careful that you are being a little bit of the diplomat and you are pulling back. I mean, she does have the king right next to her, the King of Swords. So the page can be actually male or female, and so this would represent growing into a mature state. So I guess allow your maturity to be on the forefront, to be the diplomat, to show a maturity. So we don't want to explode. We want to think things through. So if you feel that there are conversations that you need to have with people, then think them through and understand what you are trying to convey to them and how you want things to go. Now, the Three of Wands sets us on a very new path. Okay, now, full moons are completion. They're endings. They're getting ready to open the doors for new things. And so this card is very appropriate, really, when you think of that. Because we are completing. We are getting ready to move on. We are ready to move into a new path. And I think this one was in one of the dailies lately, very recently. And it is standing on the brink of your tomorrow, getting ready to move into that path. So we could very well be making a stand or making a declaration, even to ourselves, of where we want to go and why we want to go there. We could be taking a stand within a relationship. We could be demanding certain things that need to be present within the relationship. Page of Wands is very much thinking outside the box. Imagining your tomorrow. And it's right next to the Eight of Wands, which is opportunities. Now, the Eight of Wands is looking towards the Hangman. And the Hangman was also in the other video, wasn't it? In the solar eclipse video. So the Hangman is back, but they're both in different places here. The Page of Swords and the Hangman were actually together, and now they're separated a little bit. And they're separated by our stance, our thoughts, and our opportunities. So we may need to take time out to understand the role of a relationship. You know, we may need to meditate. We may need to pray. And there may be opportunities coming in to start new relationships. Especially with this card. New opportunities for a solid foundation going forward. A new opportunity to bring balance into your life. And I don't really think it's all about just love relationships. I think it's the relationship with your children, with the postman, the nurse, the doctor, the fireman, the police officer, the next door neighbor, the person you buy your morning coffee from or paper from. Because we end with the Four of Cups. And I'm going to kind of jump to that one really fast because this is all about the gratitude. And sometimes we take those very important and special people in our life, or the people that play major roles in our community, and we take them for granted, and we don't see them for who they are and what role they play in our life. I go through this one place for a coffee every so often. It's usually the same girls working, and I look forward to seeing them. And when they're not there, it kind of brings me down. I didn't get to say hi to them. I didn't get to see them. I didn't get to say hello to them. And they lift me up, and I lift them up. And I don't go there very often, but when I do, they're usually working. So when they're not working, I miss them. And the next time I see them, I make it a point to say, "Where were you?" And then they'll tell me a little bit about what they're doing. And so it's appreciating everybody on your path. It's appreciating you first, okay? Because you can't love anybody, you can't appreciate anybody more than you appreciate and love yourself, and you cannot expect it from anybody else. So part of it is having the gratitude for who you are and who you are becoming and what makes you special and unique, and recognizing it and taking a stand and walking in your truth and not letting people overstep their boundaries in your life and not allowing people to push you into places that go against who you are, your moral values, your moral structures, what you think is right, your code. So first and foremost, you have to be grateful for who you are and love you. And then you need to be grateful for the other people in your life and love them. And understand what role you play in their life. Because when I go through that one drive-through for my coffee every so often, when I don't come around for a while, they wonder where I am too. And then I tell them a little bit about my life. And so we gain these friendships, and it could just be a couple of minutes a week or a couple of minutes a month that they're in our life, or it could be every day. It could be 24/7. Especially if you're caring for somebody right now with a disability or an illness. Could definitely be 24/7. It could be if you're in school and if you're in the dorms and it's your roommates. It's your teachers. Or maybe you're the teacher and it's your students. It's looking at those relationships, and it's really, you really need to look at how they are empowering you, how they strengthen you, how they make you who you are today. And then you need to look and see if that's who you want to be. We're definitely going forward. The Six of Swords. That one's been showing up a lot too, hasn't it? The Six of Swords is moving forward. The Six of Swords is knowing that it's going to take some work. So there might be conversations happening where we realize that we've dropped the ball or they've dropped the ball, especially in close relationships, where we have depended on them or they've depended on us. And are we meeting that challenge? Are we being the person we should be within that relationship? Are they being the person they need to be in that relationship? So there might be a lot of conversations happening. Hopefully we're all being the diplomat, and we're thinking about not only how we are going to present what we want to say to the person and the message we want to convey to the person, but we do it with tact, and we do it with respect, and we do it with love. That we don't hold it all inside and then it just comes out in a massive blow up. And this is really going to set us on a path of a series of, I think, different alignments in the sky of how we deal with relationships and new relationships and strengthening relationships and allowing relationships to dissipate, that they've served their time. I'm going to pick some angel cards. How about that? At least one. So I think emotions will run high, and so be prepared for that. You might even be feeling that now because the energy is starting to get stirred up, and you might feel it for several days later. And I think this sets the stage, or this sets the foundation maybe. Maybe this is the foundation that's being set so that we can strengthen relationships, that we realize that we are all connected, that we can't go it alone. We cannot go it alone. Okay, what did they want here? There's way too many cards here. We got the Nine of Michael, which is your worry is unnecessary. Focus on thoughts, on the outcomes you desire, and release feelings of regret, guilt, and worry to your angels. And the Queen of Michael, you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. And the King of Raphael, yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once and follow your creative passions. That kind of just came out. So I don't know who out there needed to hear one of those messages. But we're going to put those back in. And, so remember, your worry is unnecessary, okay? Chances are, if you need to talk to somebody, they're also feeling the need to talk to you. And it's just who is brave enough sometimes to say things first. Okay, and focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Like I said, go back into things. No, you know exactly what to do. I like that. You know exactly what to do. So follow your instincts, follow your gut, follow your intuition. I mean, this is a very high intuitive time for us all. So definitely tap into your intuition, your higher wisdom. And it is safe to trust. And you know it. It is safe to trust. It is safe to trust you. You've gone through the lessons. So lean on your strength. Allow your empowerment to shine. Allow you to shine through. Stand in your unique self. And let's see what the angels really want to tell us. And we have the Five of Michael. The situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So Michael, very strong angel. This situation doesn't serve you. So there are going to be relationships, situations where it's not serving you, and you know already it doesn't serve you. It's just a matter of being honest with yourself, being honest with that person, and moving forward so that they can move forward as well. Release your attachment to the outcome. Allow what needs to happen to happen. And don't try and control it. And consider taking a more uplifting approach. So not always does the relationship have to dissipate, but maybe you need to separate and regroup and reorganize and restructure, rework how you work together as a couple, as a partnership, as two associations coming together as one. Change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free from procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. That's uplifting. So get ready to move forward. Your life is changing. Your path is changing. You are on a new path, a new way of living, a new way of being. More connected to each other. Definitely more connected to each other, but understanding the worth and value of each other, and understanding the worth and value of yourself, and feeling the empowerment of who you are. And break free of procrastination. Okay, I know we are in Mercury retrograde, but still, I mean, you're going to feel of where you can move forward. So right now, you're reworking your plan, you're revisiting it, you're looking at it, you're seeing how you can improve it. But very soon, you're going to be taking those steps forward. So get ready, because you're going to be changing your life. The moon. I was wondering when the moon would show up here. I was surprised it didn't show up in the other cards. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. Okay? So a lot of times our fears just do not manifest. Probably about 90% of the time. Our fears, our greatest fears, do not manifest. So sometimes we're afraid to voice our opinions with certain people in our lives because we're worried about their reaction. The opportunity to improve your plans. So this is where new ground rules can be set. New empowerment can be within two people. Beautiful empowerments, actually. Feeling strengthened. And you're not going to go around and have conversations with everybody. But you're going to understand. You're going to be conscious of the relationship. And once you're conscious of your role that you play and their role that they play, there are going to be certain people that you are going to start to team up with to enhance your path forward. Feel strengthened. And the star, a dream come true, believe in yourself and the end of a difficult situation. Yes. So this is the last eclipse of the year. So the end of difficult situations, absolutely. We've come through a whole series of lessons, and this being the fourth of 4 eclipses that started way back in April 2014, has brought us through a series of lessons, a series of growing pains, gathering wisdom, understanding. And we've had a lot in relationships, we've had a lot in job and work and every aspect of life, actually. So a dream come true, believe in yourself, I think is the most powerful words on this card. To believe in yourself, the love that you have to offer, Believe in your boundaries, where you draw the lines. Believe in your strength as a partner, as a friend, as somebody who helps and grows the world in a better place every day. And look at that, 7 plus 1 is 8. It's funny how I was drawn to that number. 8. So the empowerment of you. So was that 4 or 5? Because I do like doing 5 if I pick multiples out of this deck. One more. The 7 of Gabrielle. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence and claim your personal power. See, I knew there was a 5th card. It's always the 5th card that just blows me away. Stand up for what you believe in and believe in you. Believe in your dreams. Believe in what you want to manifest. Believe in your relationships. Believe in your boundaries. Believe in your magic. Believe in your beauty. Have confidence and claim your personal power. So that is what this eclipse is all about. Claiming your own personal power through relationships, friendships, your passions, your dreams, your desires. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.